Next speaker is an analyst by trade, but he takes his slide rule and mini tab license with him wherever he goes. And with that, I'm going to give you Thom Hawkins, who has a session titled A Fingernail Sale.
Thank you. It all started so innocently in the suburbs of Delaware. My wife noticed that I hadn't trimmed my toenails in some time, and she suggested that I sell them to Macy's for rich old ladies to wear as extensions. I thought this was a ludicrous idea, and I wondered how she came up with it. And I found out when she was a teenager, she did that. She sold inch-long segments of her fingernails to the local Macy's for rich old ladies to wear as nail extensions. So here I imagine there were these old ladies at a cocktail party wearing a fur and saying, oh, they can have their 72 virgins as long as I get to keep their fingernails. The fingernail. The rate of growth is about 1/10 of a millimeter per day, 4 times faster than toenails. But the rate of growth depends on a number of factors such as nutrition, the age and sex of the individual, and the time of year. Nails grow faster on males, young males, in the summertime. See? Actually, no, look at this one, because on right-handed people, the nails on the right hand grow faster. Johnny Carson once said, and I'm going to do a very poor imitation of here, the fingernails and toenails continue to grow for 3 days after death. The phone calls, however, taper off. I'm so sorry. In their 1984 book, Rumor, Hal Morgan and Carrie Tucker debunked the myth, the 1960s myth that Revlon was paying people $10 per nail. The Urban Legends website also debunked it. Well, my wife debunks their debunking, so there. Body brokers working on the gray market fringes of funeral parlors, crematoria, and world body programs disarticulate the bodies and sell the parts. One such broker sold parts from the University of Texas World Body Program, heads, shoulders, knees and toes, and earned upwards of $200,000. $18,000 of that from fingernails and toenails alone, sold at $15 a piece. After that, the title Department of Human Resources gives me the creeps. Now, I called up Macy's, and they refused to give me any information, and my wife suggested that perhaps it wasn't a corporate policy, but was rather a shady local underground business. So there is a supply, but where is the market? In a November 2002 London Observer article, they mentioned the use of fingernails in voodoo poisons. And I do recall that when my mother told me about a story when my parents were first married, that my father expected her to cut his toenails. And I believe after that, she did plot to use some of his toenails in a voodoo poison. An interesting thing to note, your hair, you can donate your hair to make wigs for people that have had chemotherapy, but the hair itself, you can't get any money for it, you can't write off on your taxes, it's considered valueless. But the people that buy a wig made out of the hair, that is considered a commodity, but there's no commodity version of fingernails. Now, Sridhar Chillar, the world record holder for nails, tried to sell his in December 2002. And if the Revlon rate had been right, he would have earned a little bit, but he actually wanted more than that. He wanted 2 orders of magnitude beyond that Revlon rate. He wanted $200,000 for his 226 inches of fingernails. But over the 48 years that he spent growing them, that amounts to only about 48 cents an hour, so it's a relative bargain. Now, could he have sold them online? There are some murderabilia sites, such as supernaut.com, that specialize in the ephemera of serial killers and other famous murders. So it's possible that if some people had tripped over his nails and fallen down the stairs, he could have made some money. It's a shame, but in a niche market, you have to work a little bit harder. So I began to wonder if I could sell my own nails. And so I thought I'd try it here tonight, $15 per nail, $2 for trimming. Do I have any takers? Now, in fact, when I originally did this research and posted online, I did get contacted by an artist who wanted to buy my fingernails. He was building a model of the ship of Naglfar the Nailfarer, a Viking legend whose ship was made out of the fingernails of dead men. So, if you're in a hotel bar and a stranger offers to buy you a drink and you wake up in a bathtub full of ice, check your fingernails. If they're neatly trimmed, you may be the latest victim of a nail sale underground. Thank you.